Hi everyone, my name is Crimson Gunter, and today I'm going to be demonstrating a storytelling activity. This activity is called Storytelling Sticky Notes. The population that I think it would be best for, honestly, I think this could be beneficial for a lot of individuals. I think kids who are at an age where they understand how to write and create a story, it would be really cool for them. I think older adults could get a lot out of this, teens or adolescents, as well as veterans, and with a lot of different health conditions. I think maybe persons with anxiety or depression or PTSD or maybe even a little bit of dementia. Just a wide range of people that this could be beneficial for. But with that being said, I'm just going to say some of the materials and then we'll get started in actually the demonstration of the activity. So to complete this activity, you're going to need sticky notes or colored paper. I use sticky notes just because I had them, and I think they're probably the easiest because you don't have to waste as much paper. And I think it's really important too to note that I had 4 different colors. This is important because we're going to write different components that we're going to include in our stories on the different colors. So each color is going to represent something different that you're going to include in your story. And then we're going to grab one of each color out of the bag, and that's sort of going to depict what you include in your story, but how you use that is sort of something that is up to you or the writer. So other than your sticky notes, you're just going to need a pen and a piece of paper. I think that this could be implemented in a couple different ways. This activity could be done in a way where you just write the story for yourself and that's the end of it, or you could share it as a group what you wrote, depending on if you have that opportunity or if you're comfortable with that or not. But anyways, that is sort of the gist of what you're going to need to complete this activity. So I'm going to first explain a little bit of what each of the different color sticky notes are for and give you an idea of what I put in my bag on my sticky notes to help guide some future storytellers. So for green, which was this color, I did who. So I wrote on each sticky note a who. So for like one, I know I put you, like the person writing. So I just wrote you on it, and then I just folded it up like so, in a way that you can't see it, but I'll draw this out of the hat later. So I put you, I think I put your hero, I think I put someone who has helped you and someone who has hurt you. And so that sort of, depending on what you draw out of the bag, will represent sort of what you do with your story or who's going to be in it. I think when you're creating your prompts for the sticky notes, this is where it could be a cool way for you to gear it towards your participants so that they're going to get something therapeutic out of it. So for me, putting in, someone who has hurt them in their past or someone who has helped them in their past, this could be a way to help them, through writing, heal or say something that they've been wanting to say, or create a scenario through writing that can provide them with some peace about that situation, or reflect on some gratitude, just depending on what they get. So that's green, that's the who. For blue, I did when. So I put things like, I put the past, I put the future, I put before the hurt, after the hurt, in a different lifetime, just to give some options. For yellow, I put a setting. So I put outer space, I put a concert, I put in a foreign country of your choosing, I put at your favorite spot. I put a scary place. So just all different kinds of places that if they drew it, they could create a story out of that place. And lastly, I had pink, and this is sort of like the wild fun card. You can do whatever you want with this, but I put just random objects or things that they would have to include in their story just to make it a little bit more fun. So I put like a duck, I put a wedding dress, a radio playing your favorite song, just to give it a little bit more of a nudge towards the creative side, but also giving them some ideas to incorporate into their story. So when you're actually participating in the activity, you're going to write all those things down on the specific color sticky notes, and make sure that you have enough options for everyone who's participating. I know I did for mine at least 4 of each color, but right now it's just me, so that's plenty. And I folded them up like I demonstrated to you before, and you're just going to have them go around and draw out of a bag 1 of each color. So I have yellow, blue, green, and pink. Now there might be times where what they draw doesn't make that much sense, or is very applicable to them maybe, but we're just going to encourage them to work with what they get. So for my who, I got someone who has helped you. My story is going to take place, so I'm going to include someone in the story who has helped me. It's going to take place in the past. What a luck of the draw with that one. For my setting, we're going to be somewhere crowded. So I'm going to have someone there in my lifetime who has helped me. It's going to be, my story's going to be set in the past in a place that's crowded. And for my fun little element, we're going to have to include a board game of some type. So I can talk about in my story, maybe I was at a concert with a friend who a few years ago, and we saw a board game, and they helped me find all the missing pieces at the concert. It can be something that lighthearted, or, you know, if you wanted to, they could write about an actual relevant thing in their past where maybe these things could fit in. It's all depending on what they are working with, sort of, and what they're dealing with, and what they want to do with their story and the story that they want to tell. So then I would give them enough time to write their own story, depending on what they got, and if they wanted to share their short story, I would really encourage that. I think that is a way to just further connect the pieces and give them an opportunity to share what they've done. But the leisure benefits of participating in this activity, I think a big thing is it could just really increase someone's creativity and imagination. I think it can maybe, relieve some depressive, or anxiety symptoms. I think it would be really reminiscent for some older adults. Maybe the prompts that are given, if you're strategic with them, could, foster that reminiscing within them. I think with PTSD, it could be really peaceful for them, maybe, or maybe not. It just sort of depends. So I think there are a lot of really cool leisure benefits with this activity, and I think because it is so flexible and dependent on what you make of it and what you put on your sticky notes, it could go a lot of really positive ways for your participants. So that has been storytelling through sticky notes. Thank you for watching, and I hope